For me, the thing that I take away from watching Julia, and the thing that I think that lots of food TV has pushed us in an opposite direction, is this notion of being very resourceful with what you have on hand. I had not grown up watching Julia Child, but had been compared to her in some way. Preparing for the, Dishing with Julia series was kind of like jumping off a cliff. I was so impressed the way that she was so tenacious with every recipe. It was so much about technique and ingredients and shopping and knowing more about the food that you're cooking, and relying less on the details of the recipe. The chicken episode was so fascinating to me. Today, we can either buy a small chicken or a big chicken. She outlined, 5 different types of chickens. That was fascinating to me, just to learn more about, one of the most mundane ingredients that we cook. I mean, she's up there like slapping these birds and moving them around, and you can tell like the passion at which she's approaching the subject of cooking chicken. She never would have discouraged you from making one of her recipes and have one ingredient. And I think that's something that I am trying to get across in my latest book, is that, there are so many things in your pantry that you can use in lieu of something else. Don't let that prevent you from making something that you want to make. I mean, I think we've all been forced to look at our home kitchens differently. I think that Julia Child, in so many of her shows and the recipes that she introduced to us, there is a project kind of vibe going through it, and that a lot of the things that she makes, she can't, turn out in 30 minutes. And for me, during COVID, I've done a lot more project-oriented kitchen things, making kraut that takes, a week or two to cure. So I think that that's something that those of us who were already cooking before COVID have turned to keep it interesting during this time. In Julia Child, I think we can see ourselves in her because, she makes mistakes, she makes a mess, she drops her mess on the floor just to get through. I feel like it's really empowering to see yourself in someone who's on TV. And I think that that's what makes her so approachable, and the reason that she encouraged so many people to cook French food.